Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to Continental Food and Cake TV. Your favorite mama put is back again with another amazing recipe. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Joy. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to cook okra soup. Have you heard of it before? Okra soup, delicious, yummy, name it. To begin, you need fresh okra, fresh one. Next, you need any meat of your choice, but I'm using goat meat. Next, I'm using SHAKI, which is called tripe, but you don't have to use this, it's optional. What I love about cooking okra soup is that you can use any meat of your choice. Next, I've pre-boiled this in a pressure cooker for at least 15 minutes, so it's cooked already, and I throw the water away because I don't like the water, and I'm cutting it into medium size. But you don't have to use this. So after cutting, this is the finished result. Keep it aside for later use. Next, I have smoked fish. I have smoked catfish and I have MAKRO fish. I'm going to put a link on how to smoke your MAKRO fish. It's going to be on the description box. And the smoked fish, I've soaked with hot water for 1 hour, then wash. Next, I have dry chili or dry pepper, but if you can't get your hand on this, you can smoke yours in the oven for 5 minutes to an hour, or you can use the fresh one, but the smoked one makes a difference. Next, I have Scotch bonnet 3, but you can reduce the quantity. Crayfish, you can't cook this soup without crayfish. Crayfish is going to add that flavor. I have the grinded one, 4 tablespoons. Next to it is palm oil, also important ingredients. Next we have iru or called locust beans or called dawa. Next to it I have seasoning cube to add that flavor to this soup. So let's get started. Here I have the dry chili. To make it soft, I add hot boiling water. And after that, I cover it and allow it to soak up for at least 20 minutes so that it will be easy for you to blend. As I said, if you can't get your hand on this, please roast yours in the oven for at least 45 minutes to an hour, or use the fresh one. So in this pot, in a clean pot, I add the goat meat. Remember, you can use any meat of your choice. Next, I add salt. After that, I add seasoning cube. Then add 1 tablespoon of crayfish so that when the meat is cooking, it's going to absorb that flavor from the crayfish. Add some onion and mix together to combine. Please check the description box. You're going to find all the lists of the ingredients. The description box is under the title of this video. Just press there, it will take you to the description box. Next, I'm adding water to help the meat cook because this is goat meat and goat meat is tougher. I mix together to combine. Next, cover with foil paper because I want to trap the heat. The lid of this pot has a bit of hole, so I'm trapping the heat so that the goat meat will cook faster. So after that, I transfer to a high heat to cook for at least 30 minutes. But please remember to check on your meat after 20 minutes. Maybe you need to add more water because I later add more water when I'm cooking the goat meat. While the meat is boiling, we're going to work on the okra, and I've washed the okra off camera to save time. So next step is to chop the okra. Save time, I cut the rest off camera, and this is the finished product when I finish cutting. So I keep it aside for use later. Back to our dry pepper. So the dry pepper, I washed it, but before you use it, you have to open it and take out the seed. You can see the seed, you don't need that. So I take it out and wash it, preparing it for blending because I'm going to blend it in the food processor. So now I transfer to a food processor. Here I have onion, the dry pepper, and some scotch being slimy. So you can see, do you see how slimy that is? That's what we're going for. So if you like that slimy okra soup, this is the magic, this is the secret. So back to our goat meat. With the goat meat, after boiling for half an hour, which is 30 minutes, I later add some water because it almost burnt, so I add some water to continue cooking. So this is like 45 minutes later, because goat meat is tougher, most especially if it's the woman goat. The man goat cooks faster. So next I'm adding some oil to cover the surface of the pot, and I'm going to allow the oil to heat up. I'm using palm oil, red oil, heat up for 10 minutes. After that, then I add the blended pepper. And the aroma, when you add your pepper to the oil, your neighbor will want to knock on your door. So I've added some salt, I'm adding seasoning. So after that, I mix together to combine. When you get to this stage, your neighbor will be the nose, the aroma, they will want to knock on your door. If you don't believe me, try it and see. So while I'm doing this step, frying the pepper, have you subscribed? Have you hit that button? Have you give this video a thumbs up? Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. So next, fry. When you're frying this, please stir it in between 3 to 2 minutes. Frequently, at least fry for 15 minutes to build that flavor. So this is the process of building the flavor, because if you do not fry your pepper, you're not going to get that flavor. You know, that unique sweet flavor. At this point, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of the locust beans. This is what is going to add more flavor. So we're still building that flavor. And as I said, the aroma, this is smelling heavenly. There's this thing about frying palm oil with pepper and onion. It just has this nice aroma. So you can see the consistency. As I said, stir in between 2 to 3 minutes because you do not want it to burn. Trust me, this tastes yummy. If you've not tried this recipe before, try it and please let me know on Instagram, continentalfood.cake, or on YouTube. Moving to the next step, because our pepper is ready now. It's 15 minutes. So now I'm adding the shaki. Remember, I pre-boil my shaki in the pressure cooker. Next, I'm adding the goat meat with the meat stock on it. Do you see what is happening now? Now add the blended okra. Do you see that? That is so slimy. Next, add the remaining okra so you can see what is happening here. When I get to this point of cooking, I am so excited. So next, I'm adding smoked catfish. This is what you need in this soup. Smoked catfish, and I'm using 2 types, MAKRO and catfish, smoked one. I soak my catfish in the hot water for 1 hour to make it soft. That's why I'm adding it now. If you did not soak your catfish for 1 hour to make it soft, you need to add it as soon as you add your meat. Cover it and boil for 10 minutes before adding other ingredients. After adding the salt and the seasoning cube, I mix together to combine. If you want to use vegetable to cook your okra soup, you can add it at this point, and you can use ugu, green leaf, spinach, or kale. It goes really well for okra soup. As you can see, the soup is on the thick side, but you can adjust the consistency by adding water. But some people like their okra soup thick, some people like it runny. Next, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of crayfish. Crayfish is what is going to give the soup that local taste and boost the flavor. After that, I also add some water to adjust the consistency. As I said, the more water you add, the more the soup is runny, so be careful when you're adding water if you want the soup to be thick. And this crayfish that I add now is a must. Most Nigerian soup you have to add crayfish. Even when you're using seasoning, crayfish is what is going to give you that lift the flavor of the soup and give you that local taste of Nigerian okra soup. Delicious, delicious. So after mixing until it's well combined, you can see that this soup is so colorful, inviting, yummy. Next, I cover the pot with the lid and allow to cook in a medium high for 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes and I'm going to check on the okra soup. Look at this, yummy. Now I add the prawns, and when you add your prawns, please turn off your heat. The heat from the soup is going to help cook the prawns. You don't want to overcook your prawns, because if you do, your prawns is going to be chewy and you don't want that. This is how to cook okra soup. I don't need to tell you, the camera is doing justice to this soup. When it comes to inviting, it is. Delicious, it is. All I need to say is that go and get your ingredients and start cooking and come back and tell me the results. It tastes so delicious and yummy. With this okra soup, you can have it on its own. You just serve it on a plate and enjoy. But you can also pair it with pounded yam, fufu, plantain fufu, yam fufu. You can have it with amala. You can also have it with grinded rice. This is how versatile it is and it tastes so delicious. This is how to cook okra soup. I hope this video helped you out. Please, if you do try this recipe, let me know on YouTube, and also let me know on Instagram, continentalfood.cake. And if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Also share this video with your friends and family. I really appreciate it. I love you all, and I will see you in another one. Bye bye.